You've got questions, kid. I get it. I need you to get back in the car, please.
This isn't real.
We'll have you figure this out. Yeah, you can't die. Get up. Can you please not do that again?
Gina, I'm going to start with you because I read in a recent interview, you said the budget was 10 times of your last one, right? So that's a huge deal. So can you speak on the importance of these type of big budget action flicks as a Black woman director?
The biggest deal is to prove that we can do it. There's a narrative in Hollywood, 3 narratives. 1, that women don't like to go see these movies. 2, that women can't make these movies. And 3, that women have no desire to make these movies. All 3 are wrong. I love these films. The chicks around me love these films. So we want our opportunity not only to make them, but to see ourselves reflected in them as well. My hope absolutely is, knock on wood, if this film is successful, it should absolutely open doors for others to have this opportunity as well and tell a different story about a different Black female hero.
I hope so as well. Like, I need people to see this movie. So KiKi, that brings me to you. I'm a big fan of yours. I'm used to seeing you in these very heavy, dramatic roles. So I'm very, very excited to see you be this superhero, this badass. So I wanted to ask you, what was it like sinking your teeth into this role of Nile?
I've always wanted to, be a part of the action genre. And so I was grateful for the opportunity and definitely grateful for the opportunity to work with Gina, but to be able to do it in a way where, especially with Gina's encouragement to lean into it more, of still being able to bring that heart and that vulnerability that people have been able to see from me and, still be able to carry some of that, but now step into this more, physical role and show that physical strength that I haven't been able to tap into yet.
As a Black actress and as a Black director as well, what are the perceived roadblocks to getting these things to happen? And how frustrating or challenging has that been as a Black woman filmmaker, especially of your tenure?
The most obvious roadblock is that those in power do not look like us. And so when they look at a script and read a script and don't see themselves reflected, they are not connected and then they have no desire to make it. As opposed to us, the way I can go and see The Notebook and fall in love with those characters, doesn't matter that they're white, they're just, I'm falling in love. And that needs to be flipped. And people need to see our stories in the same way. The beauty of me being in this director's chair and hopefully more following is, with the story, Greg Rucka wrote an incredible graphic novel, adapted the script. But me in reading it, I noticed early on, hey, Nile needs more character. I want to expand her character. I want to give her a full arc. I want to give her a more backstory, make sure she's integral to the climax, to the plot, to the story. Would someone else have recognized that? Probably not, because they're so used to seeing the Black characters as a sidekick, or comic relief. So we need our Black female gaze on these films, honestly in every film, but certainly in these films, because that's been missing.
And how about you, KiKi? Because I think it's very important that we have this beautiful dark-skinned actress who is leading this film, an action film.
Honestly, like the biggest thing that I'm going after with my career is to break through those barriers and those boundaries and the assumptions of where the actresses that look like me belong. Because, Hollywood has definitely made it clear where it thinks I belong. You get to play, these 3 types of roles and tell, these 3 types of stories. And that's it, which is silly because in day-to-day life, we live all of these different stories, all of these different circumstances and situations playing all these different roles. Hollywood just refuses to show it. So I think what's special about what's happening now is that instead of waiting for, old white Hollywood to, create the roles and finance the movies, we're taking matters more into our own hands now, which is something that I think is really, really, special, and that I'm grateful to be coming up when we are, taking more control of how our stories are being told.